Hey, welcome to this Command Modern Air Naval Operations gameplay video. If you love modern battle simulations, then don't miss a minute of what's coming up. Hey, welcome. It's time to play Command Modern Air Naval Operations. Well, we've been playing through the air tutorials and we've got a little bit of a change this time. Instead of shooting things down, we're going to blow things up. So what do you say we jump in and get into the first strike tutorial? Find my way. There we go, bombing range. It's designed to help new players understand the methods and nuances of air-to-ground bombing. So, I don't want to go through all of this in detail. Again, if you want, you can pause this video and get where I can get that possible. Here we go. You can pause this video here for a moment and read this if you want. We're going to be playing with an F-16 and we're going to have a bunch of different targets and oh, there's all kinds of neat links in here. This is a cool scenario. It looks like it was done very well. One thing I will say is it seems to be, I don't want to say that it seems to be out of sync. I think when I first played this offline, I think what became apparent is it expects you to it keeps throwing pop-ups at you before one mission's over. So there will be multiple missions in play as we go. Maybe that's the way to put it. So we're just about ready to go. But before we get into this any deeper, hey, if you haven't subscribed and you're enjoying this, why haven't you? Hit that subscribe button, hit the bell notification so you know when I post another video, and I do that a bunch lately. And like and share. If you enjoy the video, hit that like button. That's easy to share with your friends, help the channel. And most importantly, though, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Tell me what you think I could do to improve things. Short of me shutting up, I'm sure I can try to accommodate you. But leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Okay. We have a squadron of 12 F-16s. Very handy little aircraft indeed. Well, we can again, we can go through this. Let's see if I can make this possible for those who want to read it. Okay. Now, like I said, I'm not going to get into this. We're just going to jump in and start blowing things up. I'll give you the moment to read this, pause. Okay, well, that should have been enough if you were really serious about it. Let's jump in. Okay, whole piles of targets, also reference points that I don't understand, but there they are. We'll get started here in a second. Let's take a quick look here. Bunch of aircraft. Every one of them is armed differently. If we let's click on, whoa, that's, oh look, an F-16. I guess that's the only way it's going to work. Let's go ahead, what do you say, and start the game so it will give us the pop-up and assign our mission. I'm going to try to play this without reading these mission assignments in any great detail. Strike 1 is an F-16 loaded up with 6 Mark 82 low drag general purpose. So again, there's a lot of good stuff here. Well, we're talking dumb bombs. And the way I think we need to do this is a lay down attack from maybe 2,000 feet. So target 1 is a guard post. We can click on this and see that. Look at that. There's a guy standing behind some probably sand-filled barrels in his camouflaged little hut. And we want to drop what I think is about a 500-pound bomb in his lap. So it's a building. It has 25 damage points, light armor, 20 by 20 meter target, giving a target area about 400 square feet. So it says like launch strike one by right-clicking on the aircraft, selecting launch individually. All right, let's take the first aircraft. Got to go here. Come here. Strike one. Boy, he's got AIM 120s, AIM 9Xs, 6 Mark 82 500-pound bombs, and a bunch of other things that doesn't matter because this is mud moving. All right, let's go. Kick that up a little bit so it'll, and you can come in here and look, see, taxiing to take off. We can even watch it count down. Let's speed that up. Let's go to 15 seconds. All right, we'll stop. Now, one thing I'm trying to do in this video that I haven't been doing is I am going to try to dumb down the sounds a little bit. Now, here's telling us how to play with this airplane. Let's select him. He says, hey, select this aircraft. There he is. Hit the F1 key. Oops, I hit the F2 key. Yeah, you'd think I had fat fingers. F1, select. Now, it tells us to also do it the unit orders menu. Select the aircraft. Well, that's the same thing. That's just coming up here and doing this. We've selected that target. Now, one thing's important. If we bomb this from high up, it's unlikely to hit. So what we're going to do is we're going to tell this guy we want him to go in at military, and we want him to come in at, let's say 2,000 feet, and then we'll let him rip. There he goes. Now, I've been having, let's do that, see, there we go. Before he gets there, let's slow down just a bit, zoom in, and well, now, oh, I think we missed. Now, one thing is kind of interesting. No, I guess we hit. I screwed up. What happened was if you drop this down and just hover over this while it's playing, and I think I can demonstrate that, but I don't want to just now because we want to see what's going on here. But anyway, if what I did was when I reached up here and did this, it just sped things up something fierce. And we can check the message window. Target destroy has been fired. So let's see if we can find the details. He dropped every one of them. Missed. Ooh, one of them malfunctioned. So one of them got close enough, probably this one, 40 feet away, to do the damage. At least one of them. And target has been destroyed. Okay, well, that wasn't slick, but what the most important part about that was how did I structure the strike to make it possible? So coming in low, going fast, the whole bit with these dumb bombs. That says right here, one thing to consider while using dumb bombs is your attack altitude. Many Cold War air fighter bombers are designed for fast and low. Low because the geometry or low release altitude keeps the bombs close to the target, reduces miss distance. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Again, fast, because it's not healthy for a multi-million-dollar aircraft to be dragging its tail down where everything from tree branches to shrapnel from its own bombs to small arms can damage it. So, next strike. Step forward about 50 years, use some modern JDAMs. In reality, it's simply a guidance kit strapped onto the old 1950s era weapons. Excuse me. First, a little bit on weapon names, which you can look at. Mark 81s, Mark 82s, Mark 84s, da-da-da-da-da. Again, you can read all this if you want to. Pause anytime. And for this mission, we'll have one F-16 with two GBU-31V3 BJDAMs BLU-109B with a Sniper XR pod, forward-looking infrared, and an AN AL Q-184 pod as well. and that tells you we've got guide bomb units, 31's Mark 84, it's a big one. Guidance kit version, GPS guided, penetrator fuse, and the sniper is a targeting pod, and da 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 da. Now, as far as targets go, you have 2 hardened aircraft shelters, and that's nice. The perfect target for a 2,000-pound penetrator. They were almost made for each other, so we can take a quick look at them. Here we go. Nice hardened aircraft shelters, which are wonderful if you're dropping random bombs around, but if you hit it with a penetrator, well, you get a nice big explosion in there, and that's just unfortunate. So let's go ahead and launch our next aircraft. Launch individually. This guy should have returned to base, and we'll go ahead and give it to him by hitting B. Right, and as soon as I did that, I got a message, returning to base. And we are on, let's go to 15 seconds. And go. Oh, okay. Let's select this guy. Now, this time, and it's going to come up and tell us how to do this any second now. Let's go ahead and send him up high. And again, at military. And I think the way it's going to tell me to do it is to get this guy selected, come up here and hit Shift F1, select both those targets. Now you can see target 2 and target 2, their only distinction is 2 different lines. Let's select this, tell it we want to allocate one bomb to that target. Let's select this. Tell me we want to allocate one target. Now we can check that. Looks good. You see that 2 are allocated. Somebody, and I'm not going to use names here, but somebody I discussed this with online said to me several times as I was whinging on about what a pain in the butt this interface was, said, yeah, but once it clicks, it'll start making sense to you. It'll be easier. Yeah, well, he was right. This once it clicks, it starts making a little more sense to you. That's not to say that this isn't a bit awkward, but hey, there it is. Let's go ahead and let her rip. All right, now strike 1 has RTB. Strike 2 has 2 circles around it, a red circle. Well, no, actually we've changed that. We come up here and get that red circle, which is this air-to-air weapons. But what he's trying to tell us to do, so your current load of JDAM is 12 nautical mile range. It's apparent and useful. We're not going to be bothered by enemy aircraft, so we can get rid of that. And this shows you the range which that weapon can be launched. So let's close and resume. And pause. Let's slow it down. That way, if you pause before you make this change, you don't have the problem I did before. All right, let's we're at 5 seconds, and let's let her rip. All right, 550 knots at 25 feet ASL, and we ought to see a bomb on its way any second now. Wow, it slowed down a bunch. It's amazing. This is a pretty powerful machine I have, and this game can get dogged down. There it is. First weapons away. And I wish there was like an intermediate time setting. 7 seconds. Okay, he's turned onto his new course heading for the second target. There's the GBU 31 V3B JDAM BLU 109B. And there's a hit. Okay, I'll get through that. If I manage my video editing right, that'll be a little easier to deal with than it has been before now. All right, modern weapons are much easier to use. Now, it says just unlikely you've killed both targets. So you see, this is really out of sync. This weapon hasn't even just been launched. This will tell you, what he had. We got one hit for sure. Let's go on to strike 3. We will take a look at this in a minute. The next strike is something different. You're going to use cluster bomb units. WCMD, when corrected, munitions dispenser. All right, these are good for tanks and armored vehicles. Now this gets a little more complicated. Let's take a look at one of our targets. And I don't know if those looks like self-propelled artillery to me, but my old eyes, if they could be very light tanks. I don't know. Should be the same picture both. Well, they're Scorpions. They are light tanks. How about that? So let's get the next guy going while this other strike recovers. Back strike. Let's go ahead and give him. I selected the GBU. No point in giving him return. There we go. He's got return to base orders now. Let's get the next weapon in the next weapon. Let's get the next aircraft in the air. There's a wind-corrected. What did he call it? Wind-corrected munitions dispenser. Launch individually. We're going to probably pay attention to this a little more closely with him because if I remember correctly, not only are we going to drop these cluster bombs, we're also going to set her up to strafe. So let's get going again, and we can watch. Keep the speed down a little bit while we watch the other GBU. Hit and a kill. Yeah, that was noisy. Hit and a kill. All right, up to 15 seconds. Oops, well, I screwed up and whoa. And once again, this just gets out of control sometimes. Okay, we're going to look at the message window since it got out of control while I was hitting the space bar and it stepped on past me. Let's look at this. Strike 3 is airborne. Let's adjust our doctrine a little bit. So we're going to use the game menu, side doctrine, right column under air operations, most of the way down, air ground strafing, gun, change to yes, and close. And then we'll do the select strike 3 and hit F1, blah, blah, blah. All right, let's move that out of the way. So, game menu, side doctrine, and there it is. And then we'll come down here and we'll look under air operations, air gun strafing, air ground strafing, and that's already set to yes, so that's cool. And we'll make that go away. Let's select, get in here enough where I can see it. There she is, she's selected. Zoom out, hit F1, and select those targets. And I guess we'll go ahead and set this back to 5 seconds and see if we did good there. All right, he's on his way at 36,000 feet. That sounds kind of high. What do you say we tell him to come down with those GBUs and we ask him to speed up a bit? And now get the map squared away. Very carefully go to 15 seconds. All right. See, he's already talking about going to strike 4. And we'll do that in a minute. This gets to be in my opinion, this gets to be a little hassle. And this isn't a game thing. This is the way the special messages in the scenario are structured. This strike hasn't even done its thing yet. It hasn't even been demonstrated, and it's already telling me to get to work on strike 4, which we can do. We can come over here and launch strike 4, which has guided bomb units, 39 small diameters, blah, 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 blah. Good stuff. Not hard to handle. Let's launch that sucker and get back after it. All right, the other guy's landed. And once again, I got to slow down. Let's get this back over here where we can read what we're supposed to read. So your attack order gave the pilot 2 targets. He fouled the weapons and released both. Well, it hasn't happened yet. It hasn't happened yet. It's kind of broken. So let's see if he gets both of them. Let's take this aircraft and give him orders to head in this direction while we watch the rest of this strike go in. And I'm caught between the wanting to do this quick and not miss anything, and it's a little bit clumsy. Well, let's be honest, it's damn clumsy. All right, here he comes. Strike 3. I should say strike number 3, so I don't think I'm playing baseball. 12,000 feet at 570 knots. And that one's off and running. Uh-oh, did I? Oh my goodness. You know what we didn't do? Does he have any of those left? I did this before. Let's see. F1. Shift F1. Yeah, he used both of them on that guy. That's not good. So, let's, he's got RTB orders right now. Let's undo that. And again, hit Shift F1 there. And let's see if we can allocate. How many does he have? 5. Let's allocate 5 bursts of 20 millimeter to that target. And then let's tell him that he needs to, let's see what he does. 5 seconds. Does he start diving? No, he's climbing. That's interesting. He's going to need to dive if he's going to, wow, 36,000 feet. Well, let's see if he dives. In the meantime, bam, those cluster bombs did their thing. That other aircraft is moving out. And there he goes. He's diving now. Get within weapon parameters. That's nice. Gets down to about 5,000 feet. And we ought to hear. We'll see. Is he all done? Is he all out? I think he's done. Yep, he's climbing back out. He killed 2 of them, it looks like. And we can pause the game. Take a look here. No, it doesn't say. He may not have killed any. The cluster bomb units hit. I've got no report at all on his strafing run. What, is he coming back around? Yeah, he is. We're not done yet. Let's see what happens. Well, he may be coming back around, but actually he's just circling around. Let's send him home. I think he's all done. All right. Now we got this guy. Let's do a Shift F1. Let's select all of these targets. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 targets. We've got 8 GBUs to use. We are going to allocate 1. Now each one, there we go, to each target. Oops, don't skip one. Did that before. Whoa, 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 whoa. We're allocating the wrong thing. Come back up. That's right. That's not right. Deallocate and deallocate. Target 4. Select. Allocate. Target 4. Select. Allocate. Okay. Got the rhythm now down, baby. Got her going. And allocate. And allocate. All right. Let's see what happens. We do F2, tell him to pick up the pace. And we're going to see if he adjusts his altitude. Well, maybe we will, maybe we won't. And once again, we're going back to mobile targets, right? So he's already jumped ahead to the next strike. So this scenario has problems in terms of its pacing of these special messages. We're not going to worry about this right now. It's one thing that's cool about this is that it is in the message log, so we can come back and look at it. We're going to watch this guy go in. And let's speed him up. Be ready to pause. All right, he's got weapons launched. Look at that. Nice. Slow down. And you can see different. Oh, that's sweet. That's fun to watch. And as you know, if you've been following along, it's screenshot time. All right, he's turned away. It looks like every target has a weapon allocated. He has 2 weapons left, so we can reattack if these guys don't, if they have a problem, if they don't do their thing. If they miss, I'll get to that. I'll get it said. He's just circling. Again, you can see this is the range of that weapon from that altitude, which makes sense. Pretty long ways out. Target number 3. If he kills all of them, we may see if we can get them with, let's see, these are glide bombs. That's right. Target are those buildings. I'm thinking it's not likely the glide bombs will be very effective against those tanks. And the game seems to have slowed down a little bit. That's a little bit disturbing. I said, this is a damn powerful machine I built myself, and boy, this is going to be interesting in a bigger scenario. Let's pause for a second and go again, see if that speeds things up. I don't know. Boom. Oh, that's loud. Okay, we got 5 out of 6. So what we'll do is, let's just give him the old F1 and see if he turns and launches without us. And that should be 2 of them. It is. And he's got RTB, which is outstanding. This guy is landing. It is so loud. Like I said, I'm going to do some things I hope to straighten that out. Let's stop. I think if I quit using the keyboard for that, I may have less problems. Start. Okay, I think we got him. And we can see that again. come back down in here, you can see impacted, penetration. One of those guys missed. Dropping target 4 from its target list. Target is not auto-targeted, not outstanding. I may not have, I don't know, I may not have strike 4 is dropping target 4 from its target list. Reason the target is not auto-targeted, no outstanding weapons assignments against it. Maybe I didn't, I don't know, maybe I did something wrong and that's why that one guy didn't get killed. Worked the second time around. All right. We don't need to strafe. Let's get back down here, and now we're going to get into using a different weapon, Mavericks. Here he's suggesting that we take a look and evaluate our score so far. So we can hit scoring. Our current score is 100. We've used all these good things. We've killed all those things. That's kind of cool. All right, let's get that out of here. And let's get strike number 6 in the air. By God, if he wants to, yep, AGM 158. Excuse me, strike number 5 in the air for Mavericks, AGM 65s. And launch. Now here we're going after cars. Got no pictures, but they're cars. So let's let her rip. All right. Kind of a hassle here to find strike number 5. Nope, I've selected the base again. All right, strike number 5 is selected. We go through the same drill. Shift F1, drag, select, target number 5, Maverick, allocate 1, other target number 5, Maverick, allocate 1, and he should be on his way. Okay, ever use the saying, I feel like $1 million? Well, at $1.5 million each, the Joint Air Service. Okay, now we're getting into the next mission. Right now we're using Mavericks. So again, this is a little out of sync, but that's fine. Let's go ahead and let this guy do his thing. We just start ignoring that a little bit. Now you can see this guy's got a pretty limited range. Mavericks are short-ranged. Before he gets there, look at the cars are moving away. That's cool. The targets are moving. 5 seconds. Go get them, boys. Yep, that's nice. The targets are actually on the road. You see how well that works for them. And thump. Okay, he's got RTB. The next strike is strike number 6, AGM 158, JASM. That is something or other. We can go ahead. I should know these things. We'll go ahead and take a look. Joint air-to-surface standoff missiles. So we're going to get this one rolling and get it in the air. Let's. I got to get my habits down. I do have it rolling, don't I? Nope, he's still saying he's parked. Launch. And roll. Select the bird. Let's give him F3 heading in that direction. All right, now we've got this is a little bit more interesting. Select the aircraft. Shift F1. Assign one. We've done this before. Now we get to use plot course, which is kind of cool. So we've done this before with anti-ship missiles, if I remember correctly. So he's selected, Shift F1, select, target 6 gets 1, and target 6 gets 1. Now you can come back here, select that, and tell it to plot course, which means we can have an off-bearing attack. Oh, that exceeds weapon range. So what we need to do is let's wait until he gets a little closer. But not much, because we don't want him launching. Okay. Now we should be able to jump back into... No, not weapons. Shift F1, select. Right, there you go. They're both showing. Plot a course. Oh, still exceeds. You know what the problem is? Maybe he's not high enough. Let's maybe we just do a slight. Oh, goodness, no, it just doesn't want to. Well, he's gonna launch the bloody thing if he gets much closer. Oh, let's slow it down and see if we can make this work. No, go away. And you know what I shouldn't have done? Stop. I know what I did wrong now. What I did, and let's escape. Shift F1. What I did, I said Shift F1. You gonna work with me now? Nope, it's not gonna help. Huh. Oh, they're both in the air. Well, I screwed that up. But look at that, it actually did have a slight course change. What I did wrong was allocate the weapons too early. I should have let the aircraft get closer and inside of this range. And then I could have told it the course change. There was well, I would have needed to deallocate and redo the attack. It doesn't matter. It's interesting. Looks like he's going home. All right, strike 7. And here's something I not got to work. This is not really a strike, but once you launch your aircraft, strike 7, fly it toward the target. When you get a few miles out of the base, hit Control F1. This is a bearing-only launch, and you should launch your MALD, miniature air launch decoy, anywhere you like. I had a problem with this. I could not make that work. Let's go ahead and watch these guys close in, do their thing. Hit. Let's see if I get luckier. Okay, let's see if I get lucky with this time. That was really noisy. Let's get him to launch. He's in the air. Select him. Give him the F3 toward that target. Let him go. Yeah, okay, he's a few miles out. Now, according to this, it says Control F1. You get a few miles out of the base, hit Control F1. Use your bearing only launch. So it doesn't say select a target. Control F1. And you see there's no, it ain't here. It's not showing. So I don't know if it's going to do anything or not. Does not appear to. I think there's a problem with that particular. Let's see if we tell it that. Nope. Shift F1. Let's not select a target. See what it does. Nope. Just doesn't seem to want to work. I don't know what's up with that. So what do you say we send that guy back to base? Well, we still got some targets out here. And what the heck? At this point, it's saying, hey, we're qualified to bomb things. Right now it says feel free to play around with the different weapons on board, destroy any targets on the range. Well, okay, we've got, select the base, select the aircraft. We've got GBU 54s, whatever that is. Great big bombs. And let's see if we can learn something about it. 500-pound bombs. So we've got a 500-pound, what is it, L? I'll read that again. L JDAM. Must be a light JDAM or something. All right, cool. Let's get that guy up in the air. How many does he have? 4. Let's rock and roll. He's in the air. Let's select him. Shift F1. Select those targets. And you know the drill. Allocate. 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 Now they should each have one. Yep. And that guy ought to start making his way. Okay, he's got a much limited. Look at the range. It's much shorter. And pause. 5 seconds. Resume. And now we ought to see some fun start happening, right? I hope. Those 500-pounders are enough to kill those buildings. Yep, one's away. Turns for the other one. Two is away. He's turned for the other one. And see, again, it slows down. It's kind of weird. Now, if you, we could get into that a little bit. Okay, 3 should be away now. And strike 8 ought to be heading for base. We hit, oh, it didn't care. Strike 8. It's heading for base. There we go. And zoom in a little bit because I like screenshots. Looks like we missed on that second one. Let's take a look. Missed target by 62 feet. So the second one missed. All right. She doesn't have any weapons left, does she? Oh, she may have one left. Okay, let's see. Shift F1. Well, she does. What do you say we service that target one more time? Take it away. Oh, Lord. I mean, oh, look, missed. And we can see, wrong thing. Here we go. Missed by 62 feet, missed by 46 feet. Well, maybe the launch parameters were off. Maybe she should have been lower than 36,000 feet. I don't know. Let's let her rip. Work time. All right, what else have we got over here to play with? Select the base. And we can check that weapon to see a paveway. Precision bombing against hardened targets. And no picture. It's big. 966 kilograms. Jeez, it's big. What else have we got out here? Mark 82s. Ah, back to 500 pounders. This case, yeah, that's just plain old. Boy, he's got a bunch of them though, doesn't he? 12. What do you say we launch that guy? Well, wait a minute. Let's see. What do we got left out here to kill? Tanks. And that guy is almost dead. Well, let's take a look. Cluster bomb units. Oh, well, we know what to do with those. Let's launch those. Let's launch that guy and go after the tanks. Speed things up. No, it did launch him, didn't I? Yep. Taxiing to takeoff. Select him. Shift F1. He has 2 of those. Target 3. Allocate both of them. And let her rip. You really going to drop him 36,000 feet? I think we ought to go ahead and tell them that we're not happy with 36,000 feet. And that, well, I wonder, 2,000 feet may not be good. You know, let's drop him down to 12,000, see how he does. Oh. All right, it says in this tutorial, use wide array. Okay, in case I didn't do a good job on editing, that was really noisy. Let's try again. In this tutorial, use a wide array of munitions to attack various targets. Standard dumb bombs tend to miss a lot, but if you drop enough of them, you'll do damage. Da 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 da. So, you know how to go out and bomb something. So, well, I don't know if I want to go try to kill that or not. Why not? Let's go try to kill that guy, which is that building, aircraft. Mark 82s, there's a dozen of them. Launch him. And start it up. Is he the guy? He's the guy. Uh-oh. The scenario's ended. It's not going to let me do that. I didn't notice that. Okay, well, look, it's been a lot of fun. It's taken a long time. We've seen a lot of details. I hope it was informative. I've learned a bunch, and except for that one thing that just doesn't work, it's been fascinating. Look, I appreciate you watching, and I hope I see you again soon. Hey, thanks for watching. If you click on that picture of very young Waz, you'll be subscribed so you'll never miss another video. Then click on that bell notification button and please share and comment. See you again soon.